Guys, listen to this. With these antennas, you will experience more safety, more range, and more penetration abilities than you've ever seen before on your FPV gear, making your quad always return safely home to its owner as Mjölnir, the hammer of Thor. Well, that's what I call self-confidence. Hello guys, and welcome back to another review. Today we're gonna take a look at this Mjölnir FPV system from Maple Wireless, and they claim that this antenna system beats every other antenna system on the market right now. But is that true? Is it really so much better than everything else? Let's find out. So even that Maple Wireless sent me these antennas to test them out, it doesn't mean that they had any influence on what I could say or not, so this is 100% my honest review. Let's get started. So my plan is to break this video into 4 different sections. The first one is gonna be the unboxing of this product. The second one is gonna be assembling the antennas on the drone, because that's a little bit different than anything else. The third one is gonna be testing range and penetration, and the last one is gonna be my thoughts and if I'm gonna change from my current antenna systems. So for around the last 6 months, I've been using the Lumineer Axi combo antennas, and what I really like about these antennas is that it's really small and nifty, so you can just put it in your bag and you don't have to take off any antennas. So I'm really curious if I can do the same thing with these Maple antennas, because that's a huge deal breaker for me if I have to unscrew every antenna before putting it back in the backpack. So let's jump to the first section of this video, which is the unboxing. So let's get started with the unboxing. I have never opened this product either, so I'm just as curious as you guys, but I really dig the black and gold combination. It's really slick looking, so let's open her up. And oh lord, the first thing I noticed is that this is a really slick arrangement in the box. I always appreciate when companies does a little extra when it comes to making their product looks nice in the box. I know that it doesn't mean anything, but I just appreciate when people make things looks good like this one. So let's see what you get in the box. The first thing I noticed is you get 4 of these patch antennas, and I really dig this design. As I said earlier, the black and gold combination just looks really good. So here are the 4 patch antennas, and I expected them to be way bigger and more bulky, but they are actually not that big. And yeah, I think they was right when they said you could keep this on your goggles all time, and I really hope that's true. And then you get 4 adapters for the patch antennas, probably so you can direct them in the best possible way. And then you get 4 of these plastic things to put on your antennas, which is really nice, because then you don't have to use tools to tighten your antennas. And then you have the included antennas. This is the MMCX 90-degree antennas, and one of them are marked with blue, the other one is marked with black, and there's an A on the blue one and a B on the black one, and that's because you have to know which port of the air unit you have to mount these different antennas into. But I don't use MMCX antennas because my air units are not all the way back on my quads, and that's why they sent me some packs with these SMA antennas, and they work the same way. One is blue, the other one is black, and there's an A on this one, a B on the other one, and there's also a cool dragon pattern on the top of the antenna. I mean, small details is always good. So that was the unboxing of the antenna system. Now I'm gonna show you how you mount your antennas onto the DJI FPV goggles. And the way it's done is actually pretty easy. I already done it on the 3 first one, so now I'm gonna show you the last one. So these are the 4 parts you get for each antenna. So what you will do is you turn your patch antenna over, you take this plastic part, and you put that on the patch itself, and then you take this other plastic part and you place it onto the adapter, and then you simply screw the patch antenna to the adapter, and then you just screw the whole patch to the goggles. I'm gonna show you the side view in a second. Alright, so it feels tight there. And this is how it looks like. So the only thing that's really important to keep in mind is you can see here that this patch is marked with a A. That means that these antennas that are marked with A goes onto this side, and the B part goes onto this side. So that is the setup of the patch antennas, and when you've done the setup, it looks a little bit like this.
So me and my brother took a trip out to our family's forest to check the range and penetration. And I think this is a pretty decent spot to do the testing because we have a lot of open areas. We'll have some really deep forest and it's also like suited for flying behind our head. So I think it's gonna be a fair test. I'm gonna start out the test with flying the quad with the Luminaire Axie antennas that I use pretty much every day. And then we're gonna jump over to testing out the new Maple wireless antennas. I'm pretty stoked about this because they say that this antennas is gonna be the best antennas for the FPV market like since forever. So I'm pretty stoked about this. So let's get flying with the Luminaire antennas first and then we're gonna jump over to this one.
So before showing you this test footage, I wanted to tell you that on some of these flights, I didn't want to push it all the way to 0 megabits per second because I don't want to crash my quad unnecessary. Especially on the footage when I flew behind my back, I didn't want to fly too far because I knew there were houses around. So I turned around when I noticed that the megabits dropped in my goggles. So that's why I didn't push it too hard on that test. So let's take a look at the test footage.
For the testing, I ended up setting my goggles to 200 milliwatts because I don't want to fly freaking 1,000 meters to check the range. And I think 200 milliwatts is like somewhere around where people would fly. And we have takeoff. So the first thing I want to test is just how far I can fly straight up. You could probably see this in the DVR.
20 seconds.
Oh, I still haven't turned off this, so let's see. I'm still at 50 megabits. I didn't expect anything less, but oh, it dropped.
9,
26, 14,
7,
12,
6,
11.
5,
Oh, 3. Okay, that's it.
3.
So that was as far as I could go with the Luminaire antennas, which was not impressive at all. And as you can see here, I had this forest between me and the quad, but I'm interested to see if the Maple wireless antennas can perform better. So I'm gonna try to do the exact same testing. I'm gonna turn a little bit this way because that's how I was standing. So I'm gonna go to the place where the signal started breaking up with the other system. It was around here. I'm still going a little bit less, but it's still doable. So I'm gonna try push it a little bit longer. I'm at 22 right now. 24, 22, 20, 14, 17, 19. Oh crap, I don't want to go over all these trees, but I definitely had a increase of the signal right there. When I turned over, it dipped to 4 for a split second, but now it's back. So yeah, for that test, it was definitely better than the Luminaire antennas. So now I want to try to fly just straight behind my back to see when I start getting a bad signal. So let's start cruising. I've seen people that say that, oh, you will lose signal at 50 yards behind your back with these antennas, and yeah, I don't have that experience, but let's see. 36 megabits, 31, oh, 12. Let's turn around real quick. It should be ish line of sight. So as you can see, I got kind of far. It really broke up when I got to here. I don't want to push it further. I guess I could push it further, but yeah, I think this is where I would be comfortable flying, which is kind of far. You will see when we're flying back now that it's definitely more than 50 yards. Flying behind my back to see if I can go further than I could with the Luminaire antennas. So I'm excited. So this was the point where it started breaking up, and I still have 45, 49, 50. Oh yeah, this is way better than the Luminaires. Holy shit. I'm actually gonna keep going, just going down here. I'm probably 100 yards longer now, closer to 200. I'm still at 50. Holy crap. Oh wow, yeah, this is... I'm still at 50. I'm almost trespassing at someone's... I have to turn around. I mean, that is freaking insane. It's probably 300, 400 yards longer. And I didn't have a single drop in the signals, as I could say. I mean, the thing is, when I turned around, it dropped a little bit, but it wasn't too concerning. So for that test, it definitely was way, way better than my Lumineer antennas. Let's do the real deal test, which is gonna be just going straight into the tight forest to see how far we can go before the signal breaks up and I crash the quad. Flying directly into the sun was a pretty bad idea. Oh, it's so tight here. I don't even know if I can... Oh yeah, I could. Let's see, we're still solid at 50 megabits. Holy crap. Alright. Oh, I definitely felt a breakup there. I'm pretty impressed, to be honest. It doesn't... Oh shit, we're losing signal. I had a huge glitch there, so let's see. We are now at 40. Okay, so this was as far as I could push it. So let's push out of the forest and turn around to see. I got almost halfway with the Lumineer antennas, which, I mean, it's decent, it's not perfect. So yeah, let's try the other sets of antennas. All right, I'm gonna try my best to find the same route as I was flying with the Lumineer antennas. It was up here, I guess. It's not gonna be exactly the same, but we're gonna try our best. Flying into direct sunlight is not ideal with the DJI FPV system. Probably not with any systems. I still have 50 megabits per second, which is expected, or I don't know if it was expected. At this point, I don't expect anything. Still running 50. It's a lot of branches here, so it's kind of hard to navigate, but still running 50. And I'm pretty sure I'm further away now than I was with the Lumineer antennas. Oh yeah, I am for sure. Still running 50, solid 50. I haven't had a single drop of anything. So 49, which is pretty close. Oh, I might be able to go all the way up. I know I'm so far up that I don't have line of sight with my drone anymore. And I still, oh shit, I'm gonna be able to go all the way up. Holy shit, guys, I did it. That is freaking insane. After yesterday's test flying, I was really surprised, but I still wanted to test the system a little bit more to make sure that it works just as it's supposed to. So I'm here at an old bando and I'm gonna try to fly and see how far I can get, and also how many of these buildings and trees I can get between me and the quad. So I'm starting off with flying the Lumineer antennas, pointing at the iFlight antennas on the quad and the Lumineer antennas on the goggles. So yeah, let's do the test. This is a really, really cool place for sure. I'm gonna do a straight line first to see when the signal starts dipping. I'm still at 50 megabits per second. I don't expect anything less. Okay, 26, 8, okay, 6. Okay, so it got bad around here. Haven't changed up anything. So the first test is gonna be the same thing, going kind of high, just straight down this road to see when it gets really bad. It's hard for me to tell exactly where the other one failed, but we're gonna take a look at all the comparison. So we're at 20, 30. Let me look a little bit more up. I think I'm further away. I'm at 20 now, still flying confident. 27, 17, 21. Oh shit, I'm far now. 16, 13, 12, 6. Okay, I think this is where I would be comfortable. You know what? Let's push it a little bit longer. 6, okay, 2, 3, that's the limit. So let's see, watch the wires. Okay, so now we're going lower to the ground, 200 milliwatts to see how far I can go before the signal gets really bad. I'm still at 50,
Minutes.
50, 50. Still pretty good with this system. 37, 46, 29, 20. Okay, I definitely felt a little breakup. So it's around, okay, 10. This is the limit for sure. I don't want to go further. So just before these bigger trees, that's kind of what I was expecting. Oh, and the thing is, like, what I experienced with these antennas is that the signal drops so fast. It's good, 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 then like, bam, bad. Yeah, let's do the same test. Let's fly lower. Like, the forest is so, like, it looks so similar everywhere you go. So I probably need to look at the DVR later, or look at the footage at my computer to know exactly where it break up. I'm still running 50. I think it was around the trees there where it was so bad I couldn't keep going. So yeah, it's still running stronger, 50. I mean, the penetration on these antennas is, oh, it broke up a little. So around there I had to go up for a split second, but I'm gonna dip down to see if I can push it even further. But I think, like, it gets kind of bad here, but I'm close to the ground. And for reference, I think I got way further away with this antenna setup. I think with the other antennas I could only go to around this big tree, but I'm gonna do the comparison later. These buildings are so cool. Alright, let's get inside. Hopefully there's no one home. Still perfect picture. I don't expect anything else. So it was a lot of branches there, so it was easier to just go from the side and behind. It still runs 50. This is the big test. Alright, I'm solid at 50, so what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna try flying. It's so much branches. Okay, I'm gonna keep flying until it gets really bad. But it's definitely way better range for sure. I have 50 megabits still going. I don't know if I should keep flying, because this is usually what freaks me out, is getting bad signal. You know what? I've seen enough. Dude, I'm behind 2 buildings, and let me see if I can get down here. If I can get down here to have all that forest and 2 buildings behind me, and dudes, I'm at 50 megabits per second. This is fucking insane. I'm gonna turn around. Like, there is not too much wood, but I'm at 200 milliwatt, guys. I don't have this kind of signal on 700 when I use the Lumineers, so I'm gonna fly back now to show you. I was behind all this kind of stuff, all this, and behind this little shelf, the building, and also through this building. I mean, guys, I'm fucking speechless. So yeah, that was my second day of testing this, and I'm fucking speechless, guys. This system is fucking it. I don't I don't know why I'm swearing so much, but this system is really good, and I'm impressed.
So now I have gone through the unboxing, the mounting, the test flying, and now the real question is, should you buy this antenna system from Maple Wireless or not? So let me explain a little bit better. I got these antennas and started testing them over 2 weeks ago, and I've been flying with them every day since. And I am just still super impressed when it comes to range and penetration. And to be honest, it is the best antenna system I have ever used for my DJI FPV goggles, and Yeah, I'm super impressed. But I know for sure that a lot of you guys are going to be curious about the more nerdy things about these antennas, so I'm gonna explain a little bit about it right now. But I'm not gonna talk too much about it in this video because I'm not a professional when it comes to polarization and dB and all that stuff. I just test out products to see if I like them and if they can improve my flying, and this product actually can. But I'm gonna read through a tiny part of the info I got so you guys understand why this system works better than everything else. So I asked them why this product is so unique, and they said these antennas are hybrid polarized, meaning they are neither left-hand circular polarized or RHCP, and that means that they can receive and transmit both signals at the same time and signals over the whole spectrum, not just left or right hand side polarized. So I guess that's it for the specs on these antennas, and they haven't released the final price yet when I'm recording this video. It might be out now, but I think this box of antennas will run at around 120 euros, which sounds a little steep, but you gotta remember that you also get a set of antennas for your quad, so I think it's worth it. So over to the big question, am I gonna keep these antennas for my drone flying? Yes, I am, cause I really like how they perform. Do I think they are more practical to pack down than other antennas? No, I don't, but I have been tossing these antennas into my bag for the last couple of weeks and they hold up just fine. And I can honestly just think about two small things that isn't a deal breaker, but it's worth mentioning. And the first one is gonna be that you always have to keep in mind where to put the antennas that are marked with the A, both on the goggles and the drone, and also where the B antennas are going. And the second thing is that you gotta have the maple wireless antennas for all your drones. So if you have a lot of drones, you need to invest in more antennas for your drones just to make the system work the best. But that is honestly the only thing I can think about that is a little bit of a drawback. So yeah, I'm super stoked about these antennas from Maple Wireless, and in a month or so I'm gonna do another video telling you if they still hold up and are super good at range and penetration. So until next time, please subscribe to my channel because I am going to do a lot of these product reviews in the nearest future. I have already been working on some deals with a lot of brands, so stay tuned and I'll see you guys.